Trevor, you're alive.
I am alive.
Wow. All right, kids, we're back for week 6, a week 5 recap first, though, before we get into who everyone's picking. And sad news, we are not picking for the podcast because we got shafted by the Packers and shafted by Mr. Running Back who doesn't want to hold on the ball for the Arizona Cardinals. But we can get into that a little bit later. Favorites go down in flames. What's going on, fellas? What happened this week?
Some bad games this week.
Yeah.
Some real twists and turns for a lot of the NFL. I mean, Eagles lose in pretty embarrassing fashion to the Broncos. Not sure how much you guys caught of that game, but it was pretty well in check. They were up 17-3 into the fourth quarter, and they still lost. I mean, this entire team is built and won a Super Bowl around a rushing identity, and they just decided, well, we'll just give Saquon 6 attempts.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's not rush the ball.
I mean, only 11 rushes total for the entire team for 45 yards. That's got to be the worst that they've had in years. Probably the worst that they've had as Jalen Hurts as their quarterback. I mean, they just flat out can't close games. It goes all the way back to week 1 where they let Dallas back in that game and got a little frisky in the end. They still ended up winning, but this is kind of the slop that we've talked about with them. They're not fun to watch, they're not inspiring, and they're just not doing what they did last year.
You would think they just keep handing the ball off to Saquon and let him, eventually he's going to find a gap or a hole and he'll get some momentum going, you would think, right?
I mean, logic, yeah. This is what they did last year. This is why they didn't have to pass that often, is because they would get these big leads, which a 14-point lead for the Eagles, you think, again, would be enough. And then they would just run.
Dang.
And that's why Saquon rushed for that many yards, and they ended up going to the Super Bowl. But for whatever reason, they just pivoted and were chucking it up to Devonta Smith.
Wild. What's going on with the new identity Pats? They just took down the Bills. I almost actually picked the Bills, but I didn't.
Well, that's a good call. I mean, they've said Drake Maye is kind of like baby Josh Allen. I wouldn't exactly go that far. Similar stature and everything like that, but it was just a slop game. Again, I think that's the through line for all of these favorites that lost is absolute slop. The Bills turned the ball over 3 times, and I don't know if you guys caught the first half, but that first quarter was horrible to watch. There was 3 fumbles between the both teams. Bills had 2 of them. This looks like it's their first game of the year, even like preseason. They never got any momentum. It was just all these stalled drives. And Drake Maye got handed off to him, went 22 of 30 with 273 passing yards. The Pats did enough.
Hey, Trevor, were you able to watch football in Nebraska?
I watched the Vikings and then drove for a long time.
Nice. So we may be hearing a little bit from Trevor today. We may be hearing nothing from Trevor today, but hopefully he's got his picks and all that stuff ready to go.
And the most important thing I have to say is you guys made a terrible choice with the Cardinals.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy. Before we get into the Cardinals, let's get into some stats. Last week, 27 individuals picked the Colts. They ended up winning. 26 individuals picked the Cardinals, us included. I actually picked them in my individual one too, so I was 0 for 2 this week, which sucks. Lions, 26 individuals picked. Rams went down with 9 individuals. Cowboys won. Eagles went down with 3. Vikings won. 3 people picked them. Bold move, but that's okay. Seahawks, 3 losses. Bills, 3 losses. Chargers, 3 losses. Saints, Panthers, Jets, Ravens, Texans. It was pretty darn spread out this week, but that top heavy 27, 26, 26. With that being said, Matt, Cardinals game. First off, what's with dudes not holding onto the ball crossing the goal line? Like, go straight Pee-wee football. Run it to a ref, hand it off to the ref, go back to your coach, give him a handshake, pat on the butt, sporty spanks, and then get back in there. What the hell's going on?
I'll even offer an alternative for the folks that love Forrest Gump. Just hit the tunnel, baby. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Don't let go of that ball for a single second. head down, baby. Just keep going. Keep going until somebody stops you.
Man.
Run with two hands on the ball. I don't know. I don't know what it is. What happens if there is some kind of like you get distracted by yourself on the jumbotron, or the fans are too much, the lights are too much, like whatever. But I'm not going to say the DeMarcado run was like the reason why that the Cardinals lost. That's 100% not true.
I agree with you. It would have put them up a lot, though. It would have
put the game out of reach.
Yeah.
But that's not really the reality of what actually happened. What should be talked about more than him, just this, again, it's just back-to-back weeks. It's just insane. I remember, like, Deshaun Jackson doing this a long time ago, and then, like, nobody else. Or nobody, like Justin Jefferson did it a couple years ago. But, like, the ball got, like, slapped out of his hands, and it went out of the back of the end zone. Like, that's a little different than what we have seen the past couple weeks here. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you guys follow soccer or anything like that, but in the Premier League, there's a bunch of tiers of where teams can be.
Oh, I follow it. I totally agree with you, Matt. They should be, continue. They should be regulated or deregulated or eliminated from the NFL. I don't know how it works. There's the champions pool, and then there's all these other tiers. Or even if you want to look at it like baseball, I know it's a little bit different because there's the major league teams and the AAA, single A, double A, whatever. But like, I feel like the Cardinals should get relegated here. Relegated, like, that's what it is. Yeah.
What?
I feel like they should be. I feel like they should be dropped down a league because of this kind of performance. I was sweating it out while I was trying to get dinner ready for Sam and Harrison. And I'm going back and forth from the kitchen to the living room. And every single time that I walk out there, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Every single time. Mm-hmm. That entire fourth quarter. Just to recap for folks.
They had the chance to be some of the worst moments of the week.
And they just happen to do it all consecutively. They just happen to do it all throughout in this game, and maybe that means the Cardinals are not going to do that for the rest of the season, but I really fucking doubt it, and I'm not going to ever trust them again. They're on my shit list. Them and the Bengals.
I never trust the Cardinals because they can lose to the bad teams, and they'll go and win against a good team at some point this year, just out of nowhere.
Matt, you didn't have this little parlay going, did you?
No.
Oh,
Thankfully, there was no financial stakes on this. On this game, or else you wouldn't be hearing from me. That is for certain. But here's the sort.
Cardinals too, right?
Yes, I also picked the Cardinals too.
Oh yeah.
I go safe, get an overkill with the Colts like I did.
Oh my gosh.
And it was deep regret not to. Now in hindsight, but the Cardinals had a 21-6 fourth quarter lead. Kyler Murray gets injured and leaves the game for a bit. I don't know if you guys watched what happened to him, but the snap went early, and it literally hit him in the face mask, and then he didn't get on top of the ball, and then he left the game. So the Titans recovered the ball, and he left the game with a foot injury, and then later came back. You really can't even make that shit up. You literally can't make this shit up of like how it went for them. And then there's the DeMarcado fumble on the 70-yard touchdown, which results in a touchback. Then the Cardinals fumble an interception. The ball is recovered in the end zone by the Titans for a touchdown. The Cardinals didn't score after the second quarter, and they punted or fumbled for the remainder of the game. Like, I've been waffling in my denial of this entire thing of, like, this is how I freaking lose. Of, like, how the fuck can I have predicted this, and I should be ashamed of myself for picking the Cardinals. I'm going towards the latter of this, for sure.
Yeah. Gosh, that one hurts. The last 2 weeks hurt, honestly. With the tie and the whatever freaking just happened with the Cardinals. Kind of ridiculous.
And I just wanted to say, for these favorites that ended up losing, I just wanted to go and take a look at some FanDuel odds to see if somebody would have, the one person in America who was like, I think the Broncos, Titans, and Patriots are going to win this week, and put it in a parlay. That would have been plus almost 5,000 odds. So $10 would have got you. For them, it was $498.20. So it would have been a handsome payday for somebody. So hopefully somebody did. Show us your ticket if you did.
Yeah.
So is it cool? Is it cool that we add the Arizona Cardinals? This is for next year. to the we are never picking that team ever again. So like them and the Bengals are my two teams.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree.
Probably not pick against them too often either, because I have no idea what they're going to do any week.
Oh no, you can't trust them. You cannot trust them.
Put them away on a shelf and let them get dusty for the next year and don't even worry about them. All right, let's jump into some quick hits. Let's start out with Rico Dowdle. Am I saying that name right, Matt?
Absolutely not.
Dowdle. Tell me about him.
So, Chuba Hubbard. See, they got great names down in Carolina.
Yeah, they do.
Chuba Hubbard is out. Rico Dowdle steps in. And guess what? 200 yards against the Dolphins, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
200 yards against the Dolphins. He's probably in line to start again because Chuba Hubbard is still hurt. 2 wins for the Panthers on the season. Who would have thought?
That's huge. Giants lose to the Saints in an embarrassing fashion. What happened?
The Jackson Dart experience really came to a head. Cam Scatabo experience, like their promising rookies really did not show up and ended Spencer Rattler's 10-game winless streak as a starter in his career.
Damn.
10 games. He's 1-10 now as a starter.
Hey,
good for him.
Still in the NFL, still slinging balls. Why not? Bill, my guy, Bill Crosby Merritt and the Commanders groove back to a win on the West Coast and over the Chargers. My guys are back, fellas. My guys are back. Bill is looking good. What do we got, Matt? What do you think?
You gotta think that the Commanders are going to win the NFC East now, right? Like they're going to hop over the Eagles. They're going to hop over the Cowboys. The Giants are a bunch of turds anyway. Sorry, Kenny. You know, you got to mark them down for Super Bowl almost, right?
Yeah, duh. Obviously, at least Super Bowl, or at least the conference finals. You know what I mean?
Let's just see if they actually continue this trend with Bill and not just use him as a sad third down back.
Hey, for us to get the win and have a lot of our guys out, and Bill was doing his thing. That's pretty impressive. Ravens lose in a horrifying fashion to the Texans. Oh my goodness, 44-10. What happened?
You can blame Lamar Jackson not playing, but he doesn't play defense last time I checked.
No.
Or Trevor, does Lamar Jackson play defense?
He must somehow. We just don't.
You think?
So
he's like Travis Hunter. Okay. Yeah.
He's just a guy for someone else during that time.
Gotcha. So it's all Lamar Jackson's fault that they lost 44-10 apparently for him being injured. No, I think it's the 4 or 5 all-pro defensive players that were all out for this game and who will likely be out for this game. And I think they are I can't remember who they're playing. The Rams. I think there's a 7-point spread on that, so not good for them. Just last year, Ravens against the Texans on Christmas Day. This is one of the Christmas Day games I did not catch because my mom yelled at me. They won 31-2. 31-2 on Christmas Day.
The Ravens did.
What a difference! What a difference a year makes.
Yeah.
The Ravens beat the Texans.
Last quick hit here. Baker doing his thing again. How many yards did he throw for, Matt?
379. Our man, our collective man, should be the MVP, right?
Hey, they're putting him up there in elite quarterback and MVP talk right now. What is he, 4-1, or is he 5-0?
They're 4-1.
4-1.
They just beat up Seattle. Look good.
I don't know if beat up is the right word. It's definitely
38-35. Peckerwood
beat up the defense.
Yeah, you Peckerwood.
Listen, Baker's the man. I think he should be the MVP. I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are my irrational team that I love. So I get all of my joy taken away watching Carson Wentz play quarterback for my team, and then I get all my joy back watching Baker play.
That's a good way to do it. It keeps you sane during the football season. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, those are our quick hits this week. Before we jump into who we all are picking on the fence with and who we're staying away from, we're going to go over some stats real quick. Again, 100 entries are still in the pool. That's 88% of the pool. 14 entries have been eliminated. That's 12% of the pool. And hey, good job. No one missed their entries last week. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Let's jump into this week's matchups. Here we go. Eagles, Giants, Broncos, Jets, Cardinals, Colts, Rams, Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Seahawks, Jags, Chargers, Dolphins, Cowboys, Panthers, Patriots, Saints, Titans, Raiders, San Francisco 49ers against the Buccaneers. Go Baker. Bengals, Packers, Lions, Chiefs, Bills, Falcons, Bears, Commanders. We're starting with you, Matt. Let me hear your on the fence pick.
I'm glad that we're starting with this because I want to talk this through because I'm starting to think maybe this is who I should take, actually. The on the fence one I have is Commanders over the Bears. Jaden is back. I don't think McLaurin is going to be back for this game.
No.
But
at least
with
for now.
how bad the Bears are really bad against the rush. They're second to last. They allow 165 rushing yards per game.
Okay.
If they're going to unleash Bill, if the Commanders are going to continue to run the offense the way that they did against the Chargers, I like this matchup for the Commanders. However, Bears are just coming off of a bye week. They're rested. They're coming in. Maybe this is a tough spot Monday night. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm waffling here, but I'm really thinking about switching the team that I am picking with Commanders over the Bears.
All right. Trevor, on the fence with anyone?
Yeah, I actually have two games that I'm on the fence with, which one was the Commanders over the Bears, the other being the Patriots over the Saints. However, I'm a little more hesitant on that one because I just now realized that the Patriots are playing the Titans next week.
Yeah.
So I might stay away from that one and give them one more week.
Okay.
But yeah, the Commanders seem tempting.
Who do you for the Pats? There's no worry that they come off of that big Bills game and then just lay an egg against the Saints.
Oh no, it definitely could happen, but I'm hoping the Saints take their egg.
All right.
I don't see the Saints winning too many more games. Sure, they got their win, but
no doubt about it. That's because I was looking at them. I was looking at them pretty hard too, and I don't know about that. It scares me that they.
This is a pick you should only make if you are undefeated and still have your mulligan.
Yes, agreed.
With this one, if you have just one game left. But agreed. I'm still sitting in a position where I can do a little bit riskier.
Yeah, Trevor is playing with house money right now. At least one mulligan. I am on the fence with Packers Bengals. And here's why. Joey Flacco, veteran, coming in to throw to Jamar Chase and that squad. I think he's going to revitalize that offense. And they're playing the Packers, and I really don't trust the Packers. But right now it says 92% to a 7% chance that they're playing in Green Bay.
Which team are you? So you're on the fence about picking the Bengals or the Packers here?
Packers. On the fence about picking the Packers. I don't trust them after tying to the Cowboys.
Okay.
Even though they're extremely favored. Yeah, I might have said that a little confusing. I see where you're coming from.
So the Packers are the team that I am going with to jump into the next section here.
Okay.
And that's why I'm a little concerned, because if you want to hold on to the Packers, they're going to play the Cardinals next week, and they're going to play the Panthers in Week 8. So you can wait a little bit longer if you want, depending on how this Joe Flacco thing figures out. Look, Joe Flacco is not Jesus Christ. He's not walking through that door and changing their season. He flamed out in Cleveland. There's a reason why he got traded. He's literally going to be starting this game against I still think a really good defense, and behind a horrible offensive line in Cincy. He could be put into the ground like Brett Favre was all those years ago. This could be a really tough one. I will say, for people fantasy-wise, if you don't have Chase Brown, go get Chase Brown. If Joe Flacco is that quarterback, Chase Brown is probably going to get 6 catches a game, 7 catches a game. Go after him right now. But that's why I'm kind of thinking I have some time with the Packers if I really want to. But I don't know. I got to think about it. You two vamp on who you're picking, and I'll come to a decision between Commanders or Packers before this is over.
Who are you going with, Trev?
You're disregarding the Rams over the Ravens really quickly there.
Yeah.
Right now I have the Chargers selected, but there's a couple weeks over the Dolphins. I'm fairly confident with it, but I might switch over to the Rams over the Ravens because it seems like a for sure win. I don't know how the Ravens can recover from what's clearly missing for them right now.
Yeah. Both of those are two really solid picks. I am going with Washington over the Bears. I think the Commanders got some good flow coming back. They're excited. I like what Matt said. I was picking this no matter what, but I didn't know the Bears were 30 whatever when it comes to run defense. And with what they're doing right now with their run offense, I like it. So I'm going with the Commanders and the Bears, and I was going with them even before Mathieu said their run defense sucks. So that's what I'm going with. Who are you staying away from, Matt? Who's a big-time no-go?
I feel like this is akin to the don't pick the teams that are going overseas. Be careful when you are picking between a couple turds. Like Titans Raiders, I know how tempting it is. I know how tempting it is to be like, Titans just won this game. The Raiders look horrible. Geno Smith is awful. This could be another game that the Titans steal. Just don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't try to get cute. Even if you have that mulligan, Trevor, don't try to get cute, okay? Stay away.
Same reason. I was going to say, even though it's still my on the fence, Patriots over Saints might be the one you don't want to touch.
Yeah,
and
just be careful with those.
They're saying that they play the Titans next week, so it's probably not worth it.
No, stay away. Stay away. Don't risk it. Look, we thought we had a for sure thing, right? We thought we had Cardinals. Well, I guess I shouldn't say we. I would say the majority of the podcast.
Majority.
And look what happened. Just we got bit in the ass. There's no reason to be dicking around with Titans versus Raiders. If I would lose the survivor pool because I picked between Titans and Raiders, you'd never see me again.
Yeah, I don't think we'd question all your life choices if you did that.
I mean, even if you watch this game, you're a complete sicko. Don't watch this game.
Yeah.
You're sick. Go to the apple orchard. Do something else.
I see both those games, Patriots, Saints, stay away from. Who knows? Honestly, who the heck knows what's going to happen with those two teams? And then I agree with you. Titans, Raiders. Raiders are favored by a lot when it comes to percentage-wise. They are playing at home, but who the heck knows what the Titans are going to do? Just stay away from those four teams at all costs.
Super shocked that the Chiefs are actually favored in this game, even though they are home against the Lions.
That's when? Is that the Sunday night
they
game?
Should not be.
What'd you say, Matt?
I said the Chiefs should not be favored against that, even if they're home. I watched.
And you might want to stay away from because even if you want to pick the Lions, who I think should be favored, the Chiefs might have their day. Who knows?
Yeah, stay away.
Well, there it is. Week 6 coming up. You got yourself a Week 5 week recap. Good luck to everyone. Continue to listen, like, comment, share, subscribe. We really do appreciate it. And, we're all on our own now, fellas. We can bounce ideas off of each other, but Trevor's playing with house money. He's got 2 mulligans left. Matt, you went with the Cardinals last week with both of them, right? Podcast and your own?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Same. So we got 1 mulligan left.
And I've made my decision on this podcast who I'm taking. I'm taking the Commanders.
Okay. Hey.
I'm switching off of the Packers. I'm taking the Commanders this week.
Welcome. Matt, right, we ride at dawn.
I have to avoid them.
Rest in peace, podcast picks.
Yeah. Better luck next year. All right, fellas, do appreciate it. Thanks for your time. We will see you guys next Thursday for a long-form podcast. But until then, peace.